Hey there, I know I look a bit of a mess right now, but I've just moved into my new student house and this is the site that we were greeted with when we moved in yesterday. And it got to the point where I was just like, the council aren't going to take this, and I bet most of the stuff in those bins don't need to be there. They could be in a recycle bin or reused. So I've just been out there for an hour, cleaning out the bins as much as possible. I'm not done yet, but it got to the point where I need to do something about this because it's just ridiculous. I'm only halfway through. So yeah, this is the current situation we have right now. Duvets and stuff there don't need to be thrown out. You've got reusables, you've got food that's unopened, tons of recyclables down here. This is stuff I haven't got to yet. This is the recycle bin, which to be fair, is full, but there's also glass in there and that's not meant to be in there. And then down here, we've got some more bags which I haven't even been through yet. So it did look a lot worse, but it's still a lot to do yet. So I'm gonna start a time lapse now. Okay, I just tipped that bin out there and the water came out of it, was running towards my camera, so I had to pick it up quickly. I don't think these bins have been empty in a long time. I think councils refuse to take bins that aren't properly looked after. There's so much crap here. How the heck are they meant to get to the bins and take what they want? They don't want all this. Half this stuff can still be eaten, it's not even open. There's clothes here, just need a wash and go straight to charity. I just don't get it. But it's worth doing it now, because if I was to leave it here now in July, it would still be here in October when we come back for start of term. So yeah. Okay, slight side note, I've just found in the bottom of this skanky horrible bin a letter addressed to me. It's addressed to me, so that says to me that maybe this bin isn't that old, but the fact they threw out something, what? Oh well, I'll see what that is later. So we have 2 boxes of glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes of recyclables that I had to remove from those 2 bins. Then you've got another blue bin over there of recyclables, 2 normal bins, that's all that's left of the rubbish. All of this is either unopened food or stuff which is going back into the house to be washed or given to charity. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I never thought I would be able to get all the crap that was left outside our house into 2 general waste bins, and the rest of it can all be reused, eaten, recycled, or sent to charity. This over here is the collection of food. Most of it is completely unopened and it was just thrown away. If it's not been opened, why don't you leave it in this cupboard? Like some of it is. I mean, some of that stuff has been opened, so why is the stuff that's not been opened need to be thrown out? Okay, so a couple of days have passed since I finished emptying out the bins and I found out a couple of things. The first thing is the council only take the bins every 2 weeks, so recycling 1 week and then the normal bins the next week. So that means waste can accumulate really quickly, and at this time of year in particular when students are turfing out their houses, there's a massive amount of rubbish that has to be collected all at once. But for the amount of time that I've been at the house, there hasn't been a single collection. So all of that stuff that I sorted outside is still in the bins outside, as well as what I've generated in the last week. It really isn't an ideal situation. I kind of feel like the council should put on an extra round during this time of year, because when you look down the road, every single student house has got 6 or 7 bin bags outside next to the wheelie bins, which doesn't make any sense. Right now where I live in Southampton, a similar problem is going on. Like a month ago, they switched to the every other week system, and it's causing absolute havoc because students are turfing out all kinds of rubbish onto the streets and the council haven't been collecting it quickly enough, and they end up with streets and streets of just crap strewn around the road. I mean, the council say it will save them £800,000 a year. I mean, fair enough, but then you've just got an absolute mess on your hands. They say it will encourage recycling, but you know, people will start putting bin bags into the recycling bin just because it will get collected quicker. So that's kind of besides the point. Also, I found out that the previous tenants received a notice from the council because they didn't collect their bins from outside the road. So that's the pavement and that's where I was sorting the bins, and they left them there and they got a notice from the council about that. I mean, if they're that picky, how on earth can they allow every single house down the road 6 or 7 bin bags next to the wheelie bins? I just don't get it. And last but not least, I'm sure you want to know what's in here. The letter which was put in the bin by the previous tenants. It's from my internet. The internet arrived the day before I got here. At least they didn't throw out the actual router. Yeah, so, I mean, it's fine. But the crazy thing about this is they didn't even put it in the recycling bin. If that doesn't deserve a chocolate bar, one of my favourites, then I really don't know what does. Cheers.